It's me. I don't want to drop my coffee. Back of coffee. My mug. And I keep saying words in English that I'm pronounced properly. Like, why is he talking about rubbing a coffee? Back. Okay. Ah! So, back to business, ain't we? Let's get it going. Should I even... Should I stay or should I go? Darling, please just let me go. I'm gonna go for it today. I'm 100% going for it. Are we on YouTube? Are we on YouTube? Yes, YouTube. Okay. So I'm just gonna go for it. I don't know why, but I feel like this light is just increasing its intensity by itself. Every day that goes by. That's bad. Maybe it's me. It's you. It's me. All the problem, it's me. It's you. It's me. I got my coffee tea. Okay, now. Yesterday I had some issues mid playthrough with my volume. And now I can hear the music too loud being in my ears right now. So hopefully that's not an excuse for whenever I get hit. This morning I woke up and I visualized myself doing the run. And I was in a focused stance, you know, not saying silly things on the microphone. I guess it was just a bad dream. Because I need to say silly things. Silly things are my thing. Yeah! I'm not recording content. I'm always doing the same thing. I got used to not record at the start of the streaming because I usually train a little bit with some bosses, but I like to record full runs. Oh, cool. A bit too loud for me. I'll try to fix that in a second. Faye Lara, welcome to the stream. How are you? ¿Cómo estás? Should be it. Yes. Okay, before we continue, let me lower the volume because my ears are about to explode. How do we do this? Volume mixer. I wish I had a button. Yeah, I think that should be good enough. Is that your real name, Faye Lara? Faye. What would that mean? Faye. It's like faith, but with E and Y. Ooh, I didn't know you could go through that branch. Not through the branch, but in between the branches. You gotta specify. Don't lie to the audience. Rule number 1. The audience is always right. That rule doesn't exist. Yeah. Everybody get up. Come on. I feel like doing the challenge today. Come on. Come on. Hello, Emma. I'll see you in a bit. Just give me 40 minutes. Right. Shinai prosthetic. Enter. Ah. Perfect. So, I wanted to share some of my thoughts on these past 3 weeks of just constantly streaming every day without interruption. And I have to say that I want more. You know? I feel like it's up to me. And I don't want to overthink it. I just want to keep getting this feeling of it's a mix of accomplishment and something else. Let me see. So it's a mix of sense of accomplishment and I don't know. I feel like I'm making the most out of my time during the day. Sometimes this little head inside of my this little voice inside of my head talks to me and says, "Oh, look at it with perspective. If you would tell this to anyone, they would be like, oh, but you're just playing video games all day. A video game. You know, what is it about that makes you feel proud? Makes you feel proud?" And I guess if you looked at it that way, you come up with that answer. But I don't know. I've chosen not to look at it this way and just to go with the feeling. I'm gonna stop here because yeah, I was too slow, so I didn't know she would grab me. Ah! Yeah, she here. She's gonna see me. What am I doing? How do I cross? I got this. So it's a mixed feeling between actually doing what I always wanted to do, which is not to stop and be consistent. And also getting some results that I wasn't expecting. I've had a lot of people coming into the stream. I'm getting a lot of new ideas for videos. And although not always they work out as I had hoped for, I'm happy about it. For example, I just posted a video on YouTube, and I think YouTube has only sent it to like 30 people. Yes, so it's not a huge range of people or a huge sample. No one has clicked on it. Israel, welcome to the stream. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Saludos para Aviles, Israel Aviles. Welcome, welcome. So, I'm gonna change the thumbnail, you know, I don't know. Like, I like not giving up and keep getting stuff out in terms of content. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, please don't go there. Good. Here. Ooh, he almost hit me there. Bien, ¿y tú? I'm good, I'm good. Estoy bien, Israel. No. No. Oh, I thought I had him with the last one. Ah. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Horrible. We're gonna restart, okay? There was like 4 hits after this. Ah. We're going to restart, alright? Let me close this window. Yes, when it is. When it is. ¿Cómo estás, Israel? How are you? ¿De dónde eres? Where are you from, mate? Okay, at least I'm recording from the start now. Alright. Perfect. Alright, first boss. Come on. Sit down properly. Straighten your back. That's it. So, hey cyclists, welcome to the stream. Can't remember a time I wasn't playing this game. Just where you left me. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Thank you. How was your day, by the way? Hope it was good. I was just saying earlier that this morning I woke up and I had this thought of, I visualized myself doing the challenge today. And I could see myself in the camera. And I was, you know, with this face all focused on the challenge, not saying silly things on the stream. And then I realized it was a dream, right? So it's not happening today. I tried to say it with a more serious face, but it's not working. Got hit like 4 times in the horse, so might as well just have a little bit of fun. It was pretty good, thank you. Glad to hear that, mate. Glad to hear that. All right. I think I didn't ask you yesterday. You obviously came from Basket stream. I don't know if you play Dark Souls game yourself, but which type of games do you like? Or are you playing right now? I think Basky and Moon talked about Fortnite. I don't know if you're into Fortnite as well. There we go. Come on, I need to get until Genichiro with no hits. That's... Oh, it should be the minimum that I should be doing. No, never played those. Just most support those streamers. Oh, really? Okay. So, do you like video games? Like, what is your go-to game on your free time? Mortal Kombat. Okay, if you say Mortal Kombat 1, that means that's from PlayStation 2. I'm not into combat games. I used to play... Well, yeah, I would say Tekken. Tekken 4, I think, in PlayStation 2. Tekken 4 in PlayStation 2? I think so. My friends are super into combat games. Fighting games. But... I don't know. I always liked a little bit of story in the games. Oh no, they rebooted the series, it's latest game. Oh, really? Fatality. Round 1. Fight. Tekken looks hard. I was the worst of my friends at it. But yeah, Mortal Kombat back in the day was like next level. The movies and everything. The music. Wow, the music of Mortal Kombat was the best. With Sub-Zero, with that chain. Or was it a soul chain? I don't know. Like a soul chain, something like this. Whatever he throws. Mortal Kombat. I remember the movie or the main story back in the day was like a bunch of fighters that they are summoned for this tournament in an island. Can we stop going to this corner, mate? Push you away from this. Good. Should have hit you twice. Ah, I want to trigger it. Good. Scorpion with the spear. Okay, and what is Sub-Zero's weapon? Because Sub-Zero has like the blue clothes, like the blue costume. But then there was one with yellow costume. Is it the same Sub-Zero that evolves or something like this? Mortal Kombat. Round 1. Fight. Fatality. When someone talks about Mortal Kombat, to me it's like going back to those years when the Power Rangers were a thing, you know? Scorpion yellow, Sub-Zero's blue. Okay. Are they brothers or something then? Because they look quite similar to each other. Sorry about that. Separate clans. Alright, alright, alright. Ninjas, though, that's a shared trait. I remember... Well, I guess the characters from the game are the same as in the movie that I remember. But there was this... So, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, and a bunch of fighters. And there was, like, the classic... karate fighter, you know? Like a dude that just did karate. In Street Fighter is Ken? No, Ken? I don't know. I'm so bad for names. Yeah, it was in the movie. It was like everyone had these super cool weapons and stuff, and he just kicked with his legs. That's what I remember. Maybe I'm wrong, but it was funny. It was like, how are you gonna beat these dudes? I got hit once. Not hit, but I blocked. ¿Qué pasa? Fui al baño, ya vine. ¿En qué estamos? Vamos. GG. Me dio el caballo otra vez, Israel. So I had to start. Tuve que empezar. Ken is Street Fighter. Yeah, Ken, exactly. How you can. So, cyclists, I don't know if I told you, but when doing the no-hit run, if you block, like I just did now, I blocked an attack, it counts as a hit. You need to parry. So that's why I count a hit on Gyobo. I have some people on YouTube. I don't know, it's just the way the rules work in the game. No, it doesn't do damage. It does more posture damage to you. But I've always wondered, and once you've played the game for a while, it actually makes sense. But because otherwise, I'm not saying that it would be much easier, which I think would be. But yeah, it's just the rules. I don't know. No. There's no chip damage or anything. As you can see, my health bar is full, and I did a block on the horse. So you have to time it perfectly. In fact, could you look it up in Google for me, cyclist? Like, could you search why a block is counted as a hit in Sekiro no hit run? I've always thought about looking for it on the internet, but I never did it, so I don't know why. When I first heard about it, I had done a couple full runs. And I was getting hit like 15 times, and I was doing blocks on top of that. And I wasn't even counting them. Like, I'll count them when I get good enough, you know? And now I finally got to the point where I can identify them, because sometimes things go so fast, you can't even see it. Counter-rating counts as a hit because it damages your stamina and affects your posture. I don't need to kill this dude. I already killed it. We can try it later on. Your posture, it does affect it, but your stamina? Sometimes it does if it's like a super strong attack. But I haven't noticed it. Regular attacks also damage your posture if you block them. So maybe you're right when you said it causes damage. Missed 2 attacks. Let's go there. Ah. I need to lure them more. More into the side. That's like a perfect cycle, but I got hit while getting hit here. Hit and damage are 2 different things? Well, but if you're telling me that blocking damages you, it's the same. Huh? Well, I got hit here, so 2 hit already. I feel I'm gonna restart, but this ends up being such a mental toll in my head, repeating the same thing like 5 times in a row in a 30-minute time lapse. Let's try that 1 second, the block thing. I think there was a practice dummy here. Okay, I'm gonna block, okay? No, that didn't do damage. See, my stamina, my HP is full. No, but when it's like a boss, usually they do strong attacks that even if you block, you lose like a bunch of HP. So maybe not with regular mobs, but yes, with bosses. That's why it counts as a hit no matter what. Yeah, it blows your mind, right? When you learn about it, you're like, oh, no hit, that's difficult, you know? And then once you've been playing for a while, then they tell you, no, a block is a hit. You're like, wait a second, what? I think it makes the challenge more entertaining. And also, I'm not gonna say easier, but at the end of the day, if you deflect, you do more posture damage to the boss, which makes it killing it easier. So you want to learn how to deflect. But it's true that, for example, with the horse guy, some of his attacks are so delayed that being able to block would be helpful, to say the least. And thinking about it right now, I think Gyobu, the guy with the horse, it's basically the only boss where I feel like you can make a mistake and block. With the rest of the bosses, well, I'm lying. With the giraffe, I've been blocking lately a lot. The last hit. But anyway, we signed up for this, so no complaints. So that's a parry, right? The deflect. Well, everything that you see are parries, because otherwise they would be a hit. And with the arrow that he throws on the second phase with this sequence, that's the same. You have to time the arrow parry, otherwise it's a block. That's not a lot of positive damage. There we go. Let's see the arrow. See, if you don't parry that, it has always come natural to me to parry that arrow. But it's true that if you overthink it, it's so easy to block it. You have to time it. If you are too far away, you can mistime it easily. No! Okay. All right. Here we go again. Do you like dogs, cyclists? Dogs are like part of who I am. Like, if I had a Wikipedia description of myself, in my biography there would be my name and then under it, dogs. I grew up with dogs. So I've always had this like strong connection with them. But obviously when I was a kid, they were like the family dog, right? And when I grow up, I found myself with the decision to get myself a dog or not. Why are dogs my favorite? I just like a pet that I can play roughly with, you know? So that I can like push and they come back, you know, running to me and hug and wrestle. I don't know. So I have 2 right now? Exactly. And to be fair, they are my favorite because it's what I grew up with. Had I grown up with a cat, maybe I would have a different opinion. But I was lucky enough to have cats with me when I was in Australia, and I could see the difference, you know? I don't dislike cats at all. But it's just something totally different, right? But yeah. But my life revolved around my dogs, to be fair. When I made the decision of getting my first dog, like as an adult, I was scared as fuck because it's such a big responsibility. Like, you tie yourself up to this animal. I know some people just, how can I say it? They don't restrict themselves in terms of traveling, in terms of, I don't know, doing plans outside of having a dog, which I think it's healthy. You can't just spend your whole day thinking about your dog. Like, there's time for the dog, there's time for yourself. But for me, it's so difficult. Like, I don't know. I just bring them wherever I go, if I can. Cats are okay, a little less hands-on, but not as interactive sometimes. Exactly. So anyway, like I was saying, getting a dog is such a big responsibility. And more than once, I wonder, like, what would I do if I didn't have dogs, you know? Or if I hadn't gotten one in the first place. Oops, that was a close one. Ooh. Quick fit. And I wouldn't change it at all. But it is true that, for example, streaming, right? Right now, I'm working part-time. I wake up early, I go for a walk with them, feed them, they are sleeping right now. And I'm able to stream like a couple hours before they wake up and feel like playing again. So we go again for a longer walk, and I tie them up so I can go to work. If I didn't have the dogs, I would have plenty of time to stream, but not only to stream, to edit videos every day, to, I don't know, update some features on my Twitch channel. And I don't know, I just think about it from time to time, but at the same time, I'm like, nah. I think I wouldn't have gotten where I am without dogs. I learned so much from them. I know it sounds stereotypical. Yeah, it's like we have to learn so much from dogs, the way they, you know, they live every day. Yeah, dogs are only second to children in responsibility. Exactly. Go to walk them twice a day, feed them, clean them. They are dependent on... Exactly. But there's levels to that. You know? For me, if I go out with my friends, I don't know, for dinner. If I can bring my dogs, because we go to a place that has a terrace and they can be there, I'm gonna bring them. And sometimes I wonder if it's that I'm too attached to them. But in the end, I'm like, look, if I don't bring them with me, the day that I need to do it, they're not gonna know how to behave, you know? Right now, I can bring them pretty much everywhere as long as I cover their needs in terms of exercise, I don't know, mental stimulation. I can go anywhere with them and they will sit down and not complain, you know. But I don't know, I just like to think about this stuff. I'm just speaking my thoughts. I wouldn't go hiking to the forest, to the mountain. I just wouldn't do it, you know. So I'm really grateful for having taken the decision of adopting 2 dogs. Anyway, my nemesis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now 4 and 2. 1. Okay, we're gonna jump here. I'm gonna make him go that way. There we go. Come on, mate, give me a good RNG. No way, I was parrying that, mate. I think he got too close to me and I parried here and he struck me on my shoulder. Also, pups are rescues. They are both rescues, but they were puppies. That's another thing that I reflected on. Like, should I get an older dog? Should I get a puppy? And on both cases, I got puppies. Because in my mind, I was like, I want to educate them myself since they are young. But honestly, lately I've been thinking about, you know, if I keep getting dogs whenever they are no longer here. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna reset. I got hit with this dude. What the hell? I need to focus up. Of getting an elder dog, you know, like a dog that has, let's say, 2 years, 3 years left on his life, and that it's in a kennel. I've seen some cases of it, and I don't know. That dog is just gonna come home, sleep. He's gonna be super grateful, and some people say they wouldn't do it because getting a dog, so you have to say farewell to it in a couple of years. It's like, I don't know, free pain, you know, like you know you're gonna suffer. But I don't know, changing his life for the last years that he's gonna be alive, I feel like something worth trying. But again, I wouldn't do it right now with my 2 dogs. Unless I become a super how can I say it? Successful streamer, you know? Successful YouTuber. I have a lot of money. I can get a huge house. Not a huge house. In fact, I thought about it for as long as I can remember, and if I had a lot of money, my house would be a 1-room house. Not 1 bedroom, 1-room house. With everything in that room, and the rest of it would be like the backyard. You know? The only downside of it is when you cook, the smell stays in where you sleep, so I don't like that. But to be fair, I could live in a room. But I would like, if not a backyard, to live somewhere where there is like forest just next door to my house. So I can open the door and go with my dogs there. Then I will get another dog, third dog. But not now. It will be like a 40-acre house, but only 2 acres will be the bedroom, kitchen. Yes, yes. My mind works like this. I love minimalism. I have this bed that it's like a Japanese bed. It's not a Japanese bed, but it's the way they sleep, right? So I put my bed on the floor. It's like a super thin mattress. I sleep on it. I wake up, I roll it, I put it in the wardrobe, and I have the whole room for myself. You know? I could even get like a bench to work out in here, you know? But since I have dogs, I'd rather go out and exercise with them, you know? It's like my mind thanks me when there's less and less things on the way, you know? It's like I can think better. I don't feel... I don't know how to put it into words, but... It's like the way my mind works. Whenever there's too many things around, I'm like... I don't feel like at home, you know? Well, as you can see, I like... Hey, you don't look at me. I like anime. Not too much, I like a couple of animes, you know? But anyway, I have my geeky side, we could say. Or my nerdy side, right? I don't like to have figures or anything related to it, and they've given me some figures. I have them in the wardrobe. I like to have stuff on my shelves. Just some books, and, you know, maybe notebooks, pens. Ooh, that was... Okay. But I don't like to have stuff hanging around. Yeah, I have books, I have the speakers, I have a box with a lot of things that I use when creating videos. But that's it. Just necessities. No clutter. Clutter, I like that word. Clutter. Exactly. And my wallet thanks me for that, I guess. Because it's so easy to spend money on, like, things that you're not gonna use. You see something that you connect with, for example, I see a... I don't know, whatever, like a toy of, you know, an anime that I watch. And you're like, oh, I could get that. It's only 20 bucks. Yeah, but it's 20 plus 20 plus 20. And when you get 5, it's 100 bucks, you know? And you never stop at 1, so... There's no need for me to get all of these things. And then you have to clean them. That's another important part, you know? Dusting. I don't like dusting. And my 2 dogs sleep in my room. So imagine the amount of hair. Of dog hair that there is. In fact, they are shedding. One of them is shedding because of the seasonal change. I got home from work at 8 p.m. I vacuumed the floor, okay? 8 p.m. I woke up this morning at 6:30. And there was hair on the floor. Not just like two hairs. No. There was hair on the floor. I almost fell off the cliff. They are, since they are from a kennel, they are mixed. One of them, the oldest one, it's a mix between a Spanish breed, which is called Podenco, with, I don't know who her father was, but from the fur that she has and everything, I downloaded an app that tells you which breed your dog is, okay? And amongst the list that the app suggested, there was one that has the same type of fur as my dog, which is, wow, it has a long name. It's a retriever, but it's a retriever from Cheese something Bay. Cheese, I'm gonna look it up for you. Chesapeake retriever. Yeah, Chesapeake retriever. So it's a mix between this and this, the oldest one. And the second one, it's a mix between the same breed, Podenco, and Border Collie. The thing is, I grew up with Podencos at my home. That Spanish breed that I was saying. So I always have like this preference for this type of dogs. I got lucky with the first one because since it's a mix with the retriever, she's more calm. But the Podenco with Border Collie, you should see my furniture. When she was a proper puppy, like 5 months old, by 2 p.m., I would have gone for a walk 3 times, adding up a total of like 3 hours. I will leave home and she would destroy everything. To this day, she still has too much energy. That's why we're working on getting relaxed inside a cage. My goal is to leave her when I go to work with the cage open. So whenever she feels stressed, she goes inside the cage, you know? But anyway. No, I'm not focusing. First question I see is descended from ancient Egyptian pharaoh. Yeah. Exactly. I can't be doing this, mate. What's wrong with me? Yes, they are super energetic. They are dogs with fur. Yeah, I need to lock in. Mate. I should shut up when I'm doing a boss. Dogs with fur shed a little more. Yes. I think that's why... Well, I don't know what to say because both of them have like short hair. The one with Border Collie mix has like a little bit of longer hair. But short hair is everywhere. Because you don't see it, but my floor is full of hair. I don't know what to say. I always thought, yes, dogs with fur. Cyclist, should I add a punishment for every time that I get hit? Because I don't know what's going on. This is surreal. I should put in my title. 1 hit, 1 sub. Or 1 hit, 1 something. I should give away money. Holy moly. If I get hit before the first 4. But the horse is not fair. Sometimes it's just... I don't know. I was about to say it's about the camera, it's about the... Come on. Okay, I'm gonna do it. So anyway, that's all I can say about my dogs. I recently got them a bigger, like, kennel cage, crate, beer crate. And honestly, as soon as I brought the crate on, they went for it. You know, it's like a cave for them. And like I said, you don't even have to close the door. You leave it open, but instead of, I don't know, being in their bed, because obviously she destroyed their bed. I had a bed for my older dog, which passed away. I had it for like 3 years. The moment the puppy, the border collie one, came home, destroyed in seconds. Let's see. Last 2 things you can say about your dogs. What age did you get them, and are you proud of them? So I got them, they were months old, 3 months and 2 months. And am I proud of them? A lot. A lot. It's funny that you ask that, because I've been thinking about that exact thing a lot. I'm so proud of them. In fact, I'm gonna look at the chat now, but I'm gonna, well, no, I'm gonna shut up. Just gonna be a few seconds and I can talk again. Okay, the arrow. No arrow. No! Ooh, that was a fast one. Did you see what happened there? I misclicked an attack, and it was the last attack for the posture, instead of dashing. And he didn't hit me because it was the last hit. Otherwise, he would have hit me. I hope to get a dog and be very proud of it one day. Like, show it off to everyone. I do. I don't show it off because I am... When it comes to education, both with dogs and with people, and myself, I'm like a perfectionist, whatever you want to call it. So, I think it's the way I was brought up. My father was quite strict, we could say, when it came to education and behavior. So I was the classic kid that, you know, was always doing the right thing, never getting in trouble, which I think it's not good, by the way, but that's a story for another day. So with my dogs, it's the same. Sometimes I have to remind myself I'm in a situation where I'm like being or demanding too much from them. And I have to tell myself, hey, relax. It's a dog. Let it be a dog, you know? And it's like they're teaching me to be a little more laid back overall with my life in general. And that's when I feel so proud of them, because it's like, just by being themselves, I'm learning so much. And when I see them running on a field, bah. words can describe what I feel when I see them running and chasing each other, and it's wild. I love it. So yeah, it's funny that you're talking about being proud of your dog. And I am. I am. It is, mate. It is. One thing that I love to do, and that I should do more often, it's running with them. I have, well, there's a sport called Canning Cross, which is about you tie them up to your waist with a special rope that is like elastic, so it doesn't hurt them, and with a special harness in them, and you run. It's so funny because usually when you run, it's like you feel your whole body weight and you have to, you know, push it with every step. When you have a dog or two dogs, like in my case, whenever you are not touching the floor, they are pulling you. You know, so every step that you do and your feet are not touching the ground, it's like they pull you forward. So it's like flying a little bit, you know, like boom, boom, boom. And I don't know, whenever we go like really fast, I start laughing and cracking myself up, like, you know, like this is what life is about for me. Those small feelings, both when I see them running or when I run with them. I don't know. Like I told you, I used to be a kid that used to behave the way everyone told me to do, instead of being a wild kid, which I think kids should be wild, educated but wild. So it's always been hard for me to loosen up and to listen to what I'm feeling, you know? I would just do what it's right instead of, okay, stop for a second. What am I feeling here? Do I like it? Yes, keep doing it. And dogs have taught me that. No! I should make a video about dogs for my YouTube channel. Just talking about what I said. I'm gonna start by... Yesterday I had a viewer called Cyclist ask me about whether I felt proud of my dogs or not. Yes, I agree though. Part of life is feeling. Exactly. Exactly. And sometimes, at least from my experience, we tend to act in a certain way because that's where what we are expected or how we are expected to act. And at least in my case, I reached a point where I was doing things because it was what I always had been doing, you know? For example, I'm gonna give you the example that was like the most prominent to me. My family are like they are big fans of motorsports, like Formula 1 and MotoGP. Yes. Anyway, motorsports in general. I had always gone with them to... We have a circuit next to my town, a really famous one. We would watch all the races every weekend, you know, both Formula 1 and motorbikes. Every day. I had grown up doing that, you know, going to these places and, you know, all these things. I reached a point when I was like, I was alone at home and I was forcing myself to watch a race, so then I could talk about it with, I don't know, my uncle, you know? I've always been so fond of my uncle. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this race so I can say to my uncle. And I remember two things. I remember I watched the race and I told my uncle, hey, uncle, the other day I saw this race alone and I saw it from start to finish, you know? And he was like, oh, great. And who won the race? I couldn't answer it, you know? I was like, I don't know who won the race. I don't know what happened in the race. That's the first time that I realized, hey, something's not right here. And then the second one, I eventually came to the point where I was like, I'm not enjoying this, you know? And it's not even that I'm not enjoying these things, like motorsports, is that I don't know what I do enjoy because I've been doing things that other people like, not me. Yeah, it's a funny one, right? So yeah, I was like 17, 18, 19. And I was going out with friends to the club because it's what I was supposed to do at that age. But I wasn't having a good time going out, you know? I was, yes, hanging out with friends in a park. They were smoking and drinking beer. I wasn't. I was just there with them, but I wasn't having fun either. You know? I just did things because other people close to me were doing them. And so I could like tick it off like, okay, last week I went with these guys, so next week I can say, no, I have some other plans, you know, and they won't get mad at me because I saw them last week. You know what I mean? So it took me a while. It wasn't easy for me to realize, okay, what am I feeling? Where do I feel good? You know? And dogs have helped me a lot with that. I feel good. Going back to the ABC of humans, you know? I feel good by playing with them. I feel good by running. I feel good by being in the wild. I feel good by working on myself, working on them, you know? Ah, what a topic. Okay. I like this side. Focus. Something goes wrong, we need to save it somehow. Come on. No. That's a block. My fucking god, the camera. I'm gonna keep going, okay? I think many people go through that. I have as well. You have? Yes. Did you see that, cyclist? I'm not one to rage, but for me it's like I feel like I have friends I want to relate to and be there for, but I do not on the same thing. Exactly. And usually it's like 3 or 4 of them that share the same, you call it, hobbies or ways of spending time. And you feel like left out and you feel like you are disappointing them. Right? I'm gonna do Gyobus as practice. And it's, I don't know, it's a mixed feeling of not letting them down. But then you fill yourself up. Oh, damn it. With guilt, you know? And one day you explode or you have a bad reaction and, you know. Anyway. See, the camera went left after the parry. Why? I think it's the terrain as well. It's so uneven. Look, I lose camera. I need to click again. That was no hit. Or no, it was a block? I don't know. See, you keep losing the camera. It's... If this was like in the end of the run, it would be a huge problem. Yes. But it is what it is, right? Sometimes it's the terrain. Like if he gets on a side of one of these mini hills, you know? It's like... I don't know, there's so many things that can go wrong. Because depending on the slope, when you grapple him, he does like a small movement to the side, so you're left right at the back leg of the horse. So I can't really do the hit and dash to the other side and then strike. Anyway, there's a lot of things going on with this boss. I will benefit from taking a small 5 minutes pause, but have 1 hour more to stream, so I really need to do a full run. Let's see. But anyway, yeah. So how do you deal with that, cyclist, when you have friends that you want to relate to, but they don't share the same things? In my case, video games have always been like the escape for me of those situations. And I would always try to get my friends into them. And I've always been like made good fun because of how I try to get everyone to play the same video game, you know? But yeah, well. I've also discovered that the way I play video games, it's so different from how my friends play them. So I try to get them to play with me, but then when I'm playing, I'm like, I'd rather play alone. Because I like to go for the optimized route when it comes to games, you know? Like, I don't like leaving anything out. But sometimes I like to skip dialogues. I don't know. I'm such a weirdo. Should get my priorities straight. I also feel like if I get past Gyobu, even with a couple of hits, the rest of the run is going to be much easier. Yeah, that's true. Everyone has their own things. Life is so easy and so complicated at the same time. almost happened the same. I guess I try to accept my friends regardless of whether they accept me and whether happen. That's true, but it's not easy to come to that conclusion. In terms of character of my friends, that is different. This is just on the assumption they are good people. Yes. I understand what you're saying. But the first conclusion that you gave, it's not easy to come to that conclusion. I've reached this point now, like, some of my friends, if someone doesn't show up for 3 weeks, you know, they're like, oh, this dude, he never calls, he never, you know, he never comes and sees us. He's going with this new group of friends at his job, and he travels with them, he never travels with us. And I've reached this point when I'm like, okay, are you saying this because you're jealous? Or are you saying this because you want to do those things with him? Like, don't you want him to experience those things? Or you only want him to experience those things with you, you know? Once you realize that, if your answer is that you just want to see him and share time with him, I'll be like, okay, so call him. If you want to see someone, just call him, text him, and say, hey, fancy a coffee this afternoon. You know? And that's the end of it. Otherwise, don't overthink it. But yeah, sometimes, well, we all have feelings. We all feel like we've been substituted by someone else. We all feel like we wish everything went back to a certain point where everyone was together, etc., etc. And I mean, when I accept, exactly, yeah. It's so easy to criticize someone else. Like, oh, look at this guy. He's never answering the texts in the group chat. He's never, I don't know, giving new ideas. He's always complaining and he's always... Well, then what you can do is look at that person and be like, okay, I don't want to be or do what he's doing, you know? So instead of complaining and becoming another version of that one, learn from it. And but anyway, easier said than done, right? Like, as long as I'm acting according to my values, I'm okay. That's good. I think that's important. And related to it, I think it's also important to not over-explain yourself. You know, if you feel like not going out to a place, you shouldn't come up with an excuse for it. Just say like, hey guys, I haven't really feel like going there, or today is not my day. That's okay, you know, I'll see you on the next one. But we always tend to find a proper argument to not create conflict. No one likes conflict. Myself included. Holy moly. What am I doing? Okay, we're gonna go no matter what, even if I get hit 5 times here. It was a delayed parry. Oh, too far away. Please don't kick. I remember when reading a quote that every person is a confliction. A confliction? I am hypocritical myself. What does it mean to be a confliction? That there's like, that everyone is struggling inside themselves, like they have a conflict? That's true. But it's, again, everyone knows a quote like this, but it's harder to put it into practice. Okay. So to be in confliction means that you're not consistent with beliefs and actions. That's true. There's always this margin, right? Where we give ourselves like this margin of action, and sometimes we cross the limit of our beliefs. That's true. I find myself crossing it all the time when it comes to how can I say it? When it comes to emotions. Again, with my dogs, sometimes they do something that I don't want them to do, and my reaction is emotional. You know, like, no, come here, you know? And I'm like, that's not what I agreed on. You know, I agreed on educating them in another way. It's a silly example, but it's the one that comes to my mind. Like, getting frustrated with my dogs. I agreed that I would not get frustrated. Of course, I would like educate them and correct behaviors that I think they're not supposed to do. Like, I don't know, eating a dead rat from the street, you know? They shouldn't eat things from the floor on the street. And when they do, I get frustrated because I'm like, what if that dead animal has a sickness or whatever, and, you know, my dog gets sick. So I get frustrated because I'm like, no, I don't want you to eat that. You understand, right? So I think that's the most basic example that I can think of, what you said. My beliefs are ones, but then my emotions get through. No! I don't know what I did there. I just messed it up big time, mate. I had to hit 5 times. Block. 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 Well, today's not the day, mate. What a GO that I'm doing. That's 2 hits already on phase 1. Three hits. I even had my coffee before streaming. So one thing that I should do more often is jump before the grapple. I think it's good. 3 hits, right? I think only monks and sociopaths are unemotional people. Maybe that's not necessarily a good thing. Okay. Given's 2 hits is very difficult to beat, but you only need 1 good run. I just want to get until Genichiro, so the next one, not the following one, without hits. I'm gonna go again, man. I don't care. Today, I don't know, I'll improvise. I want to get at least with one hit to Armor Warrior, yes? At least that. But anyway, live. It's funny how every time I have someone in chat, when they're talking about stuff like this. Do you listen to music, cyclist? Like in general, during your day? No, you're good. Like, having the chat open shouldn't, you know? Like, I should be able to just focus on the run and talk. Focus on the run and talk. It's not about you. I mean, if this challenge was just about getting the challenge done and not about sharing it as well, I wouldn't stream it. Right. So sharing it while streaming is part of the journey. I always listen to music or constant distraction. Okay. In my case, it's the opposite, man. And I've been called sociopath because of it. I'm always thinking about stuff, you know? So I'm thinking about how to improve my relationship with my dogs. I'm thinking about, I don't know, actions that happened in the past or that might happen in the future with people close to me. And I'm never listening to music. You like that rock, huh? So imagine when I tell my friends that I don't listen to music while I drive. And also that I sleep on the floor with a Japanese mattress or whatever you call it. They tell me, maybe you are a samurai. I want to get into meditation as well. So when do you listen to music, lol? You listen to music when you drive? I knew that would be the reaction. I don't, mate. I don't. But I have to say that I think that makes it that. So when I actually listen to music, I enjoy it like 100 times more. Like, if I get a good song at the right time, I'm like dancing and moving and, you know, not in front of people, maybe, unless I know them a lot. But I'm like, you know, yeah. But no, I don't listen to music when I drive. Yes, I think it's because I'm less exposed to it. So I don't do it for that reason, right? I just do it because it's what feels natural to me. The shot? It's gonna shoot me? No. But it's a benefit of not listening to music so often. Or the radio itself. Also, I drive a really old car. And the speakers are not the greatest. And the radio is not the greatest. So that makes it easier for me. But yeah. I reflect upon everything while I drive. I don't have to drive for that long. My job is like 15 minutes away from my home, so... Like, most of the things that I do, it's just because they feel natural to me. You know, it's not like, oh, I read somewhere that this is good for you. And I feel like when I do things for that reason, they feel, well, they feel natural. Like you're actually listening, not just hearing. We could say so, we could say so. Although I'm not the best when it comes to lyrics. I never know what the songs are saying. Even in my own language. But yeah. Now that I'm saying out loud to you, sleeping on the floor, not listening to music. And what else, what else? Being a minimalist. There are things that are natural to me. Like, it's a consequence of listening to what feels good to me and doing it. Whereas all the other things that I've tried to do because, oh, this is supposed to be good for you, or you should be doing this, you should be doing that, they don't work out with me. For example, working out. I try to work out every day a little bit. I've practiced a lot of sports during my life, but right now I try to work out at home. And I still haven't found that routine that I feel like it's made for me, you know? So I just do what I can, or, you know, at least I get a sweat done. But I'm doing it because it's good for you, not because I feel like doing it. At least every day. I do feel like exercising every once in a while because it's like my body asks for it. But yeah, I think I explain myself. Come on, mate. I'm tired of seeing your face. Yeah, maybe it's habits versus natural feeling. I don't know. Ooh, I almost. Maybe. Feels good to have this conversation. It has been a while for me. Mate. Same over here. It's always good to talk about these things. That's what I like about streaming. Maybe I overshare myself because I don't know, but I don't really care. Like I said, it feels natural to me. The day it doesn't feel natural to me to talk about my feelings, my experiences, and so on, I'll stop doing it. But for now, I'll keep doing it. Besides, would you be here if it wasn't for this conversation? Because if you had to be here for the gameplay, might as well go somewhere else. No? At least today. Today's not been a good day. That's funny, right? It is. one thing that I've been thinking about as well. I'm not a big Twitch guy in terms of consuming it, so I'd rather watch YouTube than Twitch. Because, well, I do a lot of things during the day, so I would just watch Twitch like you're doing right now, Cyclist, to interact with the streamer, yes? Because if it's just to see the reactions and there's a lot of people in the chat, maybe it's better to just go YouTube, you know, to see the content. But I realized that my favorite streamers or YouTubers, or the ones that I watch the most, it's because of their personality. And there's not like two of them that are the same. I don't watch anyone because they are really good at what they do. It's just the way they are, you know. There is this Australian streamer. She's called The Bubble or something like this. It's the first streamer that I see like YouTube shorts of her or YouTube videos, and I can't stop laughing when I see it. You know, every short that I see of her, it's like, damn, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen. And she's just being natural, you know? So I feel that's the way to go. I missed this hit, so we're gonna do one. Perfect. We are on track. I think we're not. We're gonna dash. No, we're gonna do a strong. No. Hit and dash, yeah. Fucking God. I swear this boss. It's battle, I think. I did something wrong here. Shouldn't have done that. Okay, do we have space here to... Okay, one hit. We'll take it. We'll take it, Cyclist. How did you find this Australian streamer? She's big now. She's big. She gets like 1,000+ viewers every stream. Every streamer I found it by chance. How did I get to know her? I think she started doing shorts related to Baldur's Gate 3. And I saw her like a couple times and I was like, ah, this girl is like, she's funny and I don't know. I think, yeah, Baldur's Gate 3. And I just saw a couple shorts of her every once in a while and I'm like, oh, yeah, I know this girl. I didn't even pay attention to her name. But lately, it looks like she's grown an audience. And for real, like, she was playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. Oh, by the way, I got hit and I didn't put it. Are you kidding me? Change that in a second. So, what was I saying? Let me do this. Last bit. Yeah, so that's one hit. Every show that I see, it's like funnier than the previous one. And then one day I could get her on Twitch. I saw like 20 minutes of her stream. And it's just hilarious. She was playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. And I don't know. All I saw her, she wasn't even like properly playing the game. She was with a horse trying to get to a certain point in the map. She was going through a hill that the slope was like this. So the horse was falling down. And she ended up discovering that the horse could swim because he ended up at the bottom of the river. And that was the 20 minutes of gameplay. She didn't get to do any quests, she didn't fight, she didn't kill anything. She just was going through the river and she wasn't going the right direction. She had like 4,000 viewers, I think. And I was like, wow. That's impressive. She's so funny, to be honest. I don't expect myself to reach that level of fun. But she cracks me up, for real. I wish I could tell her, like, hey, you look so genuine. I bet you have seen her at some point. Okay, Kokal, come on. Last chance. Coming? Okay, I'm gonna be careful with the butt. Okay, close butt. No! What? Okay, today's not my day. That's okay. Just have to make it 2 hit. He's gonna go there now. You're gonna hit the wall. I think that was it 2 hits? I think it was 2 hits, right? And let's go here. Yeah, YouTube Shorts does go hard. Exactly. And yeah, YouTube videos aren't even that that prominent. Like, she doesn't even post that many YouTube videos. She posts shorts. Eduardo, welcome to the stream on YouTube. Or Instagram Reels, yes. I don't have Instagram either. I deleted it. So yeah. I think that was 2 hits, wasn't it? I'm gonna go with 2. I don't care. This and this. Come on. Let's get some practice on. Maybe what I should do is just do the boss fights. Because I have 20 minutes left. I'm not gonna be able to do the whole run. So let's just do the bosses and see. Genichiro. Let's go. Get some practice with them and I don't know. It frustrates me and I try to analyze, okay, what should I do different? Because if I get hit on the first 4, it's like I need to keep trying, you know? But then I'm like, I get this mental barrier where it's been 2 hours where I haven't moved forward, you know? Anyway, I'll manage it. No! That's why I don't like this strat. Usually, having him on a wall, it's good. But for me, it's hard to tell when he runs back if we are on a wall. Like, you can tell. But it just takes me longer to react. See? He almost got me. The camera! Okay, I'm gonna let him live so we can move on to the next boss faster. Yes, you die, you die. Oh, you live, you live. Okay, Armor Warrior. That was a hit on Genichiro, yes. So I don't even want to count it because it's not a full run. I told myself I would get this challenge done before the 28th of February. I have my doubts now. You know what? Yeah, I still have a whole month. I don't know if it's about practice. Because I noticed myself doing some silly mistakes. I'm not gonna do the monkeys. Let's do it right. It's not about practice because I know what to do in each situation. It's about reaction time, you call it. I will benefit from not playing the game a couple days and coming with a fresh mindset. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I will benefit so much from that. It's like when you try something so hard and not happening. Then you stop for a while. And it happens instantly, you know? You practice to do a backflip. Doesn't work. You get stuck. You stop. You come back for it a couple days later and you do it first time, you know? Because you don't overthink it. But anyway, that's part of the challenge, right? Overcoming this mental barrier that I've created myself. So Cyclist, I know you haven't seen this part of the game. This is the same game, okay? Sekiro. I know you didn't get to see it in the last 2 days, but just if you're thinking about buying the game, you also get this content. Yes, it's not a DLC. But I've been dying so much that one might think that the game is about the 4 bosses and that's it. All right. Monkey see, monkey do. I forgot there was a whole game there, yeah. It's like a minigame. I think I was too far away from him. Yes. He is not good. No, and too late on that as well. One hit, one hit. Woo! Lucky. At least if the bull and Gyobo were like the last bosses, I'd feel like, okay, I'm doing the first 10 bosses, no hit. But since they are the third and the fourth, come on, mate. That's true. I saw it coming. Just get the practice in. And tomorrow is gonna be another day. By the way, I've posted a YouTube video which is not getting any views at all. I think it's because of the thumbnail. I need to change it. So I'm gonna wait until I get a better thumbnail for it, because I might have to re-upload it. Maybe now it's exploding what I've been streaming, but I posted yesterday, like 10 hours ago, and yeah, not getting any views at all. No one is clicking it, so I don't know if the video is good or not. It's the thumbnail and the title that people are not clicking. Let me see. Marxo a les 12. Ara a les 10 fico roba d'esport i surto amb la cosa, segurament al cim. Gonna get hit? No. See. So anyway, come on, let's do the last two bosses. Yo, the game looks fire. I'm Jad Alcasas. Welcome to the stream, mate, on YouTube. It looks good. It looks good.
Might.
Oh, I thought I had missed that parry. Got it just in time. Yeah, today is not the day. I don't know, I need to change something in my mind. These last days I haven't been doing good this early in the morning. But anyway, we'll adjust it. Block. That here. Let's see if he comes. I saw it, and I kept hitting. Should be that. Right. Good luck next round you play. Yeah, it's gonna be tomorrow. I think I've had enough for today. But anyway, thank you so much for being here, cyclists. That was a good conversation we had. We didn't have Moon or Basky hitting on each other, or Jackfruit talking about Shrek. But it was good. It was good. It's a good one. So we're gonna finish the stream here, okay? And yeah, I guess I'll come back tomorrow at the same time. Like I don't have much of a chance of changing my schedule. So I don't know. Maybe I try to get a workout before streaming. That way I feel more activated. I don't know. I'll try something different tomorrow. Okay? Again, thank you so much for being here, cyclists. Hope you have a wonderful night, day. I don't know where you're from. I don't remember. I know Moon was from Texas. Basky was from Queensland. I don't know which country you were from. But anyway, either if it's time for you to go to sleep or time for you to start your day, hope you have a great one. You rock, mate. And I'll catch you up.